It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Wagner. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
This is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Wagner. Caught left side, Williams. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Look at the spin. Balance. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Yeah, he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Complete to number 20. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Hard throw. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Wagner. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
A loss of 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Wagner going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
3rd down.
And throwing on 3rd and long. Wagner. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
At their own.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Complete in the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Raiders 7, Panthers 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on 1st down. Clark. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Wagner. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd from the gun. Wagner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers 31. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Gain on the play. And to Las Vegas.
On 1st down. It's Clark. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10. At their own
there again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
He's a ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A very solid gain of 27. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10.
and set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Wagner. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Wagner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Number 20, a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
And then open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That's out to the left flat and complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Off the play fake. Wagner. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Wagner. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. He's got a first down past the 30. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who had the lead in that one. The Rams seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The final, 34-13. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Is good. Makes the score Panthers 20, Raiders 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Around the 26-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Here's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner, now he'll pull it down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
And a Raider first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wagner. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And that is caught, one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 40 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Number 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He was calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This pass caught at the 4. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
Second and 3.
Moves to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
29-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And a Las Vegas first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, Wagner will find Williams on the slant.
Wagner's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
An 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down. At the Panthers.
To throw on 2nd down. Wagner. It's caught on the right side. Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Wagner rolling to his right. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Wagner steps away. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to
From 4 yards out. And the Raiders get a score closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Again, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Complete to number 81. Brought down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Raiders 14.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Wagner throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
39. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun, Wagner. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wagner. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
throwing on first down. Wagner flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The open man is Clark, complete.
Offside. Defense.
I don't know what the heck he was doing.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. From the gun, Wagner. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Wagner. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 22-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Carolina, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.